Hello everyone, welcome back to Nomifactory. Last episode we made a bunch more LV machines, also the blast furnace, in which we made a bunch of aluminium. And we also got started with DML, or DME, I don't know, I'm calling it DML. I've been trying to level these up as much as possible. The zombie is up to superior, which is the second to top one, I think, and the enderman is advanced. I've also gone mining quite a bit, as you saw. We have lots of things now. I went mining in a sulfur vein, for sulfur, but also sphalerite, which we're going to be needing soon. And I also mined a bunch of railgar. And look over here, we have another 32 circuits. These are getting cheaper and cheaper. Soon we can do it this way too, even cheaper. So before we move on to the MV circuits, I'd like to process some sphalerite and railgar. It might take a while. Also I want to sort out power a little bit, with 2 more sets of these. There we go. So 2 boiler conversion, and 4 turbine conversion, also an end var. Much better than this. I will put it down here. There we go, this should be infinite now. Also, can I make the better fluid conduits? These suck. Vibrant alloy. Okay. Also, we're going to need a bunch of these kits again, which might be expensive, but we can buy ore, so it's not the worst. I'll buy some gold. Also, we can make the good conduits now. 32. These can be filtered, and channels, and round robin, and everything. There we go. This is much better. Much faster water production. Okay, so all I'm missing now is the kits. Okay, this works. We were running out of sugarcane, again, so I fixed that. And we only need 1 observer, actually, because they all grow at the same speed. And there's the hardened kits. Oh, rain. Let's just turn weather off. There we go. I hope you're not bothered by that. I technically cheated. But no one likes rain. And there's the reinforced kits. That was expensive. Yeah, these fuel catalyzers definitely work in these 3. Because look at this, without any, as opposed to 5. It's a lot better. But the power output we now have is 2400 RF per tick. So that's actually good enough to run the Enderman, since it's 2000. But we don't have any polymer clay at the moment. Let me make these though, before I run out of sugarcane. I believe it doesn't do anything in the steam ones, since it's not fuel, it's steam, but it does work in this one, definitely. And I think we're stable on sugarcane, so that's fine. Brilliant, that was like an hour detour, but I guess our power is better now, so it was worth it. Okay, so the next thing I'd like to do is look into a bit of MV. We're going to need the circuits, for the loop fabricator. So that involves diodes, and a few other stuff. You can make diodes with gallium arsenide, and that's what the ore is for, that I mined earlier. Sphalerite for gallium, and railgar for arsenic, and then we combine them with wire to make diodes. So we have 2 stacks of each, the crushed version. I would like a forge hammer, because it needs to be in dust form, I think. Forge hammer is really quick, but there's no byproducts. But we're not going to need any of them yet, so it's fine. But for some reason it wants a cobblestone gen, before the forge hammer. Okie dokie, that's easy. There we go. I'm sure we'll use this later. So forge hammer, piston, anvil, cable. Okie dokie. There we go. And now we can shove these in here. Super fast. To wash this I could make an ore washer. Yeah, I might do that. We have infinite water, so why not? The alternative is throwing it in a cauldron with water, but you can't automate that, and it seems annoying. Water can be here. It's fine. Extract and blue. For water. There we go. Now we can wash this. Circuit 2. Incredibly fast. So now we can start centrifuging the railgar into arsenic, 2 to 1. Might take a while. And electrolyze the sphalerite. But only for a chance. It's 5% at the moment. But it does go up by 2.5% if you use higher tiers. Since gallium is a chance output, I might as well just process all the sphalerite. We're going to have plenty of arsenic. Like a stack. But not much gallium. Like maybe 3. After all this. So while all that is processing, we need a pyrolyze oven to get phenol from coal. It doesn't seem that bad. We just need another set of coils, and ULV machine casing, which is wrought iron, and the controller, which is 2 pistons and a pump. Okay, that's not too bad. There we go, the controller. Apparently the quest as well. It's very similar to the EBF, so we've held everything here. We just need the coils, which I'm working on now, and 7 hatches. So input bus, output bus, energy hatch, muffler hatch, input hatch, output hatch, and maintenance hatch. Now it's just the coils, and we're about done. So the wire, bronze foil, this weird tin alloy, and there we go. This should be 16 coils. Again. There we go. Ba-ding! I did the quest sound. So I will put this right here. I think it's basically like a horizontal blast furnace. Like it fell over. There we go. Once again I can hide these. Nice and clean. And energy is over here. And of course, maintenance. Ta-da! Easy as that. And I'll make a steel drum for the output of phenol. And I might move the hatches to back here, just so I can do this with the drum. So I'm pretty sure we just shove a bunch of coal in here on circuit 1. Oh, we need steam. Circuit 14 as well. So to make steam, easiest way is the fluid heater, which is 2 more pumps. How fun. There we go. And we can do this. And we just need water over from there. I guess I'll do this. There's definitely a better way of doing that. It's a bit of a waste, but oh well. And to turn it into steam, we do circuit 1. Ta-da! And now this starts working. And we should get a bunch of phenol. There we go. A bunch of coke, which isn't really useful. And a little bit of phenol. 1 bucket. And that should get us the next circuit board. So I sort of got sidetracked. I went mining for uraninite and bought a bunch of clay, so I could make a bunch of pulsating polymer clay. And look at this. We're 1 iteration away from self-aware with the zombie. There we go. And what's special about this is we can do a trial with the trial key, and when the data model is self-aware, there's a chance of glitch hearts, which are very useful. I'll show you why in a bit. I've also been leveling up Enderman, since we can afford the power now. So 2 trial keys, and a trial keystone. So we might have to go off peaceful for a bit here, to attune this. This is a zombie spawner, which is what we want to do. And I believe we just kill one, if they can spawn, which they're not apparently. There we go. Oh, I need one of these. What? LV sensors, and a portable scanner, MV. We can't do this yet. Is there no other way of attuning this? Okay, never mind. Maybe I'll try to do that later. How about we make some MV circuits, like we were trying to do earlier. So with this phenol, that's finished now, we can make phenolic circuit boards, with the coated ones, in a chemical reactor. I'll make 4, but we have the means to make more. And with added silver wire, we can make good circuit boards. We can't quite do this way yet. We don't have these 2, I don't think. There we go. And now we have to do the diodes. And from all the sphalerite that we had, we got 5 gallium. I might have to mine some more. We might as well mix all of this with arsenic. I don't think it does anything else. Maybe it does, I don't know. And now we have gallium arsenide. 10. And diodes are made with this. 1/4 of a dust per one, with copper wire and liquid glass. This should make 8. We could double the output with annealed copper, but we don't have an arc furnace, which is how you make it. This way's fine, for now. And now we're ready for MV circuits, the first ones, also the worst ones. 2 of these will definitely be used for this, the circuit assembler. It makes a lot of circuits cheaper, including this one, and the LV ones. So it's 3 LV, 2 copper, 2 diodes, and 1 steel plate. I might literally only make 2, to save in a couple circuits, and make the circuit assembler immediately. Let's do that. We're just missing 2 conveyors, 1 robot arm, 1 emitter, which is quartzite and brass, and 2 more circuits, and the 2 MV circuits that we're making now. There we go. We're into MV, I think. I don't know. For the emitters we need brass, which is zinc and copper. I don't know if we have zinc. Oh, zinc is sphelerite, which I processed all of. So, is there no other way of getting zinc? That's really annoying. I guess I'll just buy it. I'm rich. There we go. Also I need quartzite, but once again money. There's the emitter, and the circuit assembler. Awesome. So now we can make MV circuits this way, only using 2 LV instead of 3. Also no steel plate. Just some tin, or soldering alloy, but I'm not doing that. Yay! Efficiency. Okay, with these two, I would like to make the loop fabricator. Energetic alloy, dark steel machine hull, hopper glass. Easy. There we go. I'll just put it here, for now. So now what we can do, is take these lovely pristine matters, like enderman, and make ender pearls. 6 per 1. And using this, we can automate pulsating polymer clay, and completely fully automate these. So I'm going to have a break, come back, and tackle that. Okay, so I've moved these two to make way for this space. It should be able to fit here. And I've also collected a list of things. It's 11 LV and 1 MV machine. But I don't quite have enough circuits, so I'll make like 32 more using this method. Also, we do have zinc over here from processing the sphalerite. I didn't realise. So in the circuit assembler, with these 4, plus tin, this should be 32. Awesome. There we go. Very nice. 48 circuits. So now we can start taking these off. We should have enough stuff. So 5 forge hammers, 2 electric furnaces, 1 chemical reactor, an extractor, an electrolyzer, and an alloy smelter. And now we just have the MV machine, which is not that bad. Just a bronze rotor, a MV motor, just copper nickel, copper, aluminium, magnetic steel, machine hull, which is the same thing as LV, but with aluminium, and 2 MV circuits. Easy peasy. And there we go. Advanced chemical reactor. Our first MV machine. And that should be everything. And this processing line is what we're doing. Cobblestone, all the way to dust, mixed with water to get clay, and then cobblestone to glass, electrolyze to get quartz, chemical reactor with liquid ender to get the clathrite, smelt, and alloy smelter to get pulsating polymer clay. So that's what we have to do. This step here needs to be MV, by the way. That's why we have this. So first I'll do the clay bit. So I want a drawer, where clay will end up, chemical reactor, forge hammer, forge hammer, forge hammer. I should probably do the wire first. There we go, that works. And cobblestone generator. And it's already working, incredibly fast. This is the loudest thing ever, but I have seen a tip. You can mute machines with the hard hammer. It's pretty nice for this stuff. So we just need water into here. I had to do the water trick again. And there we go. Infinite clay. I didn't expect it to be so fast. So we've done this entire top section. Next we do pulsating dust. Also let's mute this. So we need electric furnace, MV chemical reactor. We do need a transformer, I think. I don't know if you can run it off this. Apparently you can. I guess it's just like a 4 amp LV machine. That's nice. Also I need some more iron real quick. So I'll show you a trick you can do. Normally, from one zombie pristine, you get 12 iron, but instead of doing that, you can make a stack of flesh. And combined with 4 stacks of overworldian, you can make 8 stacks of iron. This is way better than mining it. Iron is so cheap now. So now we have the MV machine, running off LV, apparently, an extractor, for the ender pearl input. We will need a conveyor between these two, I forgot about that, and also 2 robot arms for the alloy smelter, which will go here. But I'll do the rest of the machines first. So this would have liquid ender in from this. We just need quartz, so we can electrolyze glass, which we can make from sand. There we go, nether quartz. Now we just need the thingamajigs. 1 conveyor, and 2 robot arms. So the conveyor just transfers items between 2 blocks, and you can use a screwdriver to import. Lovely. The LV one's pretty fast actually, 8 per second. And there we go, we're making clotherites, and now we smelt them. Passive pulsating dust, after we sort out this. And now we use the robot arms, because these do overfill, so you can sort that out with this. It's like a limited item filter. Import, keep exact, 4. And now there's always 4. And we'll do the same with clay. Maybe we need a filter actually. I think this is keep exact everything. So it includes the output, I think. Let's test it out. Yeah. Now there's 4 here, so this one's not importing. We need filters. Zinc and steel. Okay, relatively cheap. Okay, I've sorted it. We've got 4 pulsating dust and 4 clay, and it's working perfectly. There we go. And now this should be fully passive, once we have passive ender pearls, which I'm pretty sure I can do with this and the enderman one. I'll put these 2 here, since we have RF here. So we need to input polymer clay into here. This is for extraterrestrial, by the way. So extract, input with filter, polymer clay, there we go. Put the enderman in, extract on brown, for the output, into here, and into the loop fabricator, with another filter, for pristine. Let's hope we get one soon. This is leveling up at least, so the pristine chance should get greater. We have some here. I'll just kickstart it. So now we're making ender pearls, and we can input into here. There we go. So each pristine is 6 ender pearls, which is 24 polymer clay. So as long as we get 1 pristine in 24 runs, this should be positive. And the pristine chance is 1 in 5 at the moment. So that's a lot greater than 1 in 24. Power is a little bit annoying, but I think I'll try sort that soon. Okie dokie. I consider this a success. Okay, looking back at this, we definitely can't do this yet. These are HV circuits, not MV. So yeah, I'm not doing that. I wish we could, but I didn't realise it was so far away. So instead, how about we look at power? I've been recommended numismatic dynamos, burning diamonds, which you can get from shulkers. So we should get one of these leveling up. So simulation chamber, blank data model, shulker model. Whoa, this one's only 512, pretty efficient on power. I'll get it leveling. So as for the numismatic dynamos, I'll try and make 2. We should be able to do all of this. Just vibrant alloy, diamond furnace, excitation coil, silver thingy. We're just missing grains of infinity, so we should probably automate that. I will use pyrotheum. Seemed to work last time. So vacuum chest, 4 ender chests, 2 of which for later. I will use all grey, or grains of infinity. Here we are, at bedrock. So we can have vacuum chest, ender chest, conduits. Place this down. There we go. If you put netherrack 1 block away, the pyrotheum sets fire to the netherrack, and then it spreads to the bedrock. And bedrock on fire has a chance of grains of infinity. There we go, you can hear it. It takes a while for some reason, but this should be ready to leave now. It should be fine. The range gets everything, so we can go home. So now we can have the other ender chest going into a drawer. There we go. And why not void? Just so it doesn't break. So I'm planning on making 2 of these. I don't know if I've said that yet, but that requires a bunch of vibrant and a bunch of energetic. To be specific, 18 vibrant and 16 energetic. But this isn't that bad anymore. We've basically got passive ender pearls. So now we can make the gears. The first one is bimetal, then energized, and then vibrant. I made too many of these. I need 4, not 8. And now we can make 2 numismatic dynamos. Or not. Oh yeah. I'm not sure how that happened. I'm very good with counting. There we go. So normally these burn money, like coins and stuff. But we need one of these to be able to burn gems. But we don't have diamond plates. We need a cutting saw with the blocks. So we're going to need one of these, also another loot fabricator, 2 more reinforced kits, fuel catalyzers, and with that we should be able to automate it. Okay, I've made a little list of things I need. I will do cutting machine first. We have everything except cobalt brass, which is a really weird alloy of cobalt, brass, and a cheeky bit of aluminium. We have that, but it's just weird. Why does it take 45 seconds? Also, I've been leveling up the shulker a lot. We're almost at self-aware. It's so easy with this automated. It's been like a couple hours, and we have thousands. It's amazing. I do need a void on this very soon, or it might stop. How about I fix that now? There we go. We can also use this water. You can have lubricant, and it's much more efficient and faster. But water's free, and we're not really going to use it that much right now. Also, we're going to need emerald ore. We haven't actually found it yet, which is funny. So 2 blocks of diamonds, in the cutting saw it goes, and now we can make these. The lapidary calibration augments. And there's the loot fabricator. Technically we can automate this now, but it won't be fast and it will be very inefficient, so I want these first. So 2 hardened kits, 2 reinforced, and 10 fuel catalyzers. Okay, we're ready. So I'll put these here, loot fabricator here, and simulation chamber here. So we can have another drawer with a void, but once again extraterrestrial. Ender chest with full cyan or pulsating polymer clay. Insert on green with lower priority, so it always fills this first before the ender chest. I could have done item conduit from there, but that's spaghetti. This is kind of neat, sort of. So extract from here on green, insert into the simulation chamber. There we go. With the shulker model, extract on brown, into this drawer, and the loot fabricator. I don't know if this needs to be filtered or not, because you can't put any item in here. We do have a ton of pristines, so I'll use that. There we go, we have diamonds. Extract on light blue, why not, into the dynamos. There we go, 6,000 each, and they last forever. Now we're actually limited by the conduits, which is funny. It's only 8,000, so I want to upgrade to end steel for the last bit of this episode. The only thing we're missing is an MV alloy smelter, which I think is cheap, if I remember correctly. This is just wire, I think. Yeah, okay, let's do this. There we go. No quest apparently. I think I'll just stick this back here. For now, I will have an MV line back there. Just not this episode. About 32 end steel should be able to upgrade everything, and a lot more as well, since it's 1 to 4, so 2 stacks of energy conduits. That seems amazing. Let's do that. And this will last ages. It's 32k before we max out. With the power we have now, which is about 6,000, 6,000, plus 2,400, so about 14 or 15,000. That's a lot of power actually. We're producing loads now, I didn't realise. We do need endstone, but we can make that. Sandstone, enderpearl, extraterrestrial. There we go, super easy. and I'll make 32. No power. What is running, apart from these two? Oh yeah, the entire PPC setup. I've got an idea though. This 4 amp converter should be fine. We did void one, by the way. Oops. I'll just put it here, it's fine. This should be 4 amps of LV, or 1 amp of MV, which should be enough. No. Is it the limit of this? 512? I really don't understand. This uses 120, which is 480 RF per tick. So there shouldn't be a limit with this. Maybe I'll just make the MV converter. We need it anyway. There we go. I went with 16 amps, just like this one. Hopefully this works. It should be this side. Yay! That's nice. There's some sort of limit with this. I don't think 512 is that. That's just a conversion. That was a weird rabbit hole. Now we have a full stack of end steel wire. We can tear everything down. And now we can upgrade all 32 to end steel. We do have a buffer, so we should be fine without any power. There we go, 32. And there we go! Everything is swapped over, and we're not bottlenecked anymore, and we have a bunch extra too. Brilliant! These should be fine for a long time, I imagine. So now that we've got power sorted out, I think it's a good place to end. Sorry if this episode's a bit short, I've got stuff to do. It's Thursday for me right now. Next episode also might be a bit short. I get back around Monday, so I've only got like 2 days to make the next one, but after that it should be fine. Once again, thank you for the support, lots of nice comments, and with that I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time.